So this toy celebration, this is the 21st year, and this year is really special for us. The first 20 years was actually the person who chaired for the first 20 years is Henry Blyden, who unfortunately passed away recently, and for that reason, it's even more important that we actually have this event today. There was really talks and consideration as to maybe not having it, but with the nature of everything that's happened with Brother Blyden, the nature of what's happening in our society, our nation, we could not live with ourselves not actually having this event. This is the 21st year, and like I said, Brother Blyden, it was his baby for the first 20 years, and we hope to be here for another 20 years. Not saying that I'll be chairing it, but hey, you never know. Let's see where it takes us. Because it's the 21st year, people know about this event. And for the most part, it's taking place at the 13th Ave Dream Center, even when the 13th Ave Dream Center was in a different location. It was more in West Bradenton, it's now in East Bradenton. And so we print out quite a few flyers. We get those out to the community centers, we send those to the churches, we send them to the schools, and we actually use a little social media. Sarasota Alumni Chapter has a Facebook account. We use that. We have each brother to actually share it on their personal Facebook accounts. And so we do everything we can to actually get the word out. We did in the past, not last year, but prior years, had it inside. Because of COVID-19, we felt the responsible thing to do is to move it outside, and that in lieu of not having it at all. And so not having it just wasn't an option. And so we moved that outside last year, and this year we moved it, continue to have it outside. Last year was a huge hit. We learned a lot from last year, and so this year we kind of improved on what we did last year. I don't know if you can see in the backgrounds, but there's cones laid out, there's a grid laid out, make it very easy for our guests to know exactly which way they need to flow. And so we have 2 distribution points compared to last year. We had 1 distribution point. Last year we realized it created kind of like a bottleneck, not only in the parking lot of the 13th Ave Dream Center, but also on the streets. And so this year we decided that we're gonna have 2 distribution points, which naturally means we're gonna have 2 lanes where we can have cars move up quicker, service those cars quicker, and send them out on their way as quickly as possible. So in a nutshell, that's what we're doing this year, and I'm sure that's going to be some things that we're going to learn from doing it this way this year that we may implement next year. So we're always looking to improve. So if you could see the cars, you're going to see that there's a post-it on either the driver's side, depending on which distribution point the car is on the driver's side. On my right side, which is they're gonna have a post-it on the driver's side. On my left side, they're gonna be a post-it on the passenger side. On that post-it, it's gonna provide details as far as how many kids in that car. So if you have 3 kids in that car, it's gonna say 3 kids, and then underneath it's gonna have a breakdown. It's gonna say 1 boy, 5-year-old, 2 girls, 3 and 5-year-olds, and then at that point, we yell that out to the team who's been charged with assembling the toys together, and they put those toys in a bag. They hand those toys back to the person who calls out those details, and we put that bag in the toys, and then the car is on their way. But also, let me also add that we have a walk-up point where anyone who's not driving, they can actually, over to my right, we have a table set up where they can actually walk up, and we can service those individuals also. So we try to think about everything, and of course we're human, we don't quite think about everything, and like I said, I can guarantee we're gonna learn something this time around that we're gonna implement next year. Especially this year, I mean, people really stepped up this year in a way that they probably hadn't in the past, because of the nature of, Brother Blyden's death. I mean, he was such a connected person in Manatee and Sarasota counties. I mean, knew quite a few people, and people really wanted to keep his legacy going. And because they wanted to keep his legacy going so bad, they stepped up financially and provided a great deal of donations. So we was able to use those dollars to buy quite a few of these toys. But also we had individuals who donated toys. We had organizations who donated toys. And so I just can't understate how important it is to really acknowledge these individuals, because if it was just based on, our resources as Brother Blyden's fraternity brothers, it would not be possible because, we have very restricted resources, and so only with the help of the community that we're able to do this. And let me also mention, not only did the community step up financially, but if you really kind of scan around and see the individuals who's here today to really help out, the majority of the people, to be honest with you, are not members of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporation. They are just volunteers from Brother Blyden's church, volunteers from my institution, volunteers from other organizations that I'm working on. So I reach far and wide and just ask for assistance. And it's okay to ask for assistance. The main thing is, at the end of the day, the event is going to be a success. The need is great. The need was great last year. The need this year is even greater. You got a lot of people that's out of work. You got and you got people who's out of work for not anything they've done. COVID has just changed our world. Yeah, and so as it relates to the community and how they can contribute to fulfilling the need, donate. If you don't have resources as far as dollars to donate, let's just say someone who has resources. Because at the end of the day, all these toys I hear are going to be given out to these kids. Not only, I think the majority may go to kids in East Bradenton, but also we advertise in Sarasota. And I know that we're going to have individuals driving from Sarasota. Last year, I had a family that drove from Venice, who drove from Venice just to get toys. As a matter of fact, she was the first person in line. And our event doesn't start until 11, but you have people arriving as early as 9 a.m. getting in line, because the need is just so great. So yeah. Either you have the resources yourself, either someone who has the resources, please keep us in mind in future. And one thing I would like to also suggest is every 2 years there's just this giving campaign provided by the Community Foundation out of Sarasota. That's one way you can give. And the great thing about giving during that time is every dollar that you donate, between $25 and $100, is matched by that foundation. And so those dollars are multiplied, and so so those dollars can go even further. So I would like to maybe really get you to think about that. Although it's every 2 years, still it makes a great impact. I really don't have enough time to really say all the things that I could say about Henry Blyden and his contribution. When I think about Henry, I got to think about him from so many different perspectives. Henry Blyden as my Kappa fraternity brother, Henry Blyden as my Masonic brother, Henry Blyden as a fellow veteran, Henry Blyden as a Boule member, and so he's done so much. Henry Blyden as a recruiter. I hear so many stories from those who have served in the military who tell me that Henry Blyden was their recruiter, and I haven't met a person yet to this day that was so well liked and connected, not only in Manatee County but also Sarasota County. Very well respected. If he said he was going to do something, he did it, and so that's the type of person that I really want to model myself out of. And to be honest with you, at the end of our toy celebration last year, we knew that at some point Brother Blyden was going to be stepping away. Although we also knew he wasn't quite ready to step away at that moment, but we knew he was going to be stepping away at some point, and we hate that the circumstances led him to stepping away a few weeks ago, and the way he was forced to do it. But I just wanted to be there for him. I did everything I could to really assist with his efforts, and he is a person that's going to be remembered for a long time, although he's not physically here.
I'm here today to help out with the toy drive in honor of Mr. Henry Blyden, representing Eternal Chapel AME Church. I've been doing this for the last 6 years with Mr. Blyden, and we give toys away each year during Christmas time to all the kids in the neighborhood. I think it's important to give back to the community because in our area most people are less fortunate, and we're not able to get things or toys during the holidays. So when we can help out with that type of stuff, I think it's important to just give the effort when we can. We start at 11 o'clock, but most of these cars came in at 9 o'clock this morning. Yes. So what we do is we have age group from birth to 3 years old, and we go all the way up to 10 plus. And we have different volunteers. So each car gets 2 toys apiece per child in a car through each age group. So we have different tables for boys and girls, and we have them split through age groups. So we just look through the toys, see how many kids are in the car, and we just grab 2 toys apiece and put them in a bag and hand them to the kids. Henry was a part of our church, which is Turner Chapel, AME. Like half of our volunteers on this side, we go out a week before Christmas, and we go to Ollie's, and we go there on a Sunday, and we gather up half of the toys that's listed on this table here, and we get the toys. Our work with Henry Blyden was very good. One thing he didn't like was guns. So we make sure when we go out and get toys each year that the first thing we didn't get on the toy list was guns to give to the kids. Especially with the violence that we have out in the world, in the community with the kids, we want to make sure that we don't give any guns to any children, because we don't want to leave a bad impression on the community for Henry. Turner Chapel AME.
He came.
Again, my name is Aaron L. Randall II. I'm the pole marker of Sarasota Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi. This is our yearly event. This is our 21st annual Henry Blyden Toy Celebration. Again, this is one of many events that we do to give back to the Manatee and Sarasota community, and we're just happy to be here to support the community during this time of the holiday season. Can't do this event without our community. We can't do this event without our sponsors, and just we have donors that just came out this year. As most people know, we lost Brother Henry Blyden this year, which was a big hit to us. It hits me to talk about it, to talk about him. We talked about it when we named the event after him, the Henry Blyden Toy Celebration. We knew for 20 years he put his heart, soul, and sweat into this event, and I just hope that he's up smiling down today, looking at us and say, job well done, brothers, job well done. And the community came out and showed us how many people he touched, because we got emails, we got donations, we got checks. People didn't want to give their name, but they said this one here is for Henry Blyden. So again, we can't do this event without the community, our support, our volunteers, and the sponsorships. I think we're doing what we're supposed to do. You know, we had COVID this year, which it hurts a lot of our community with funds, and families just don't have the money that they have. So I'm just blessed that my organization, that the volunteers were able to come together to help for toys for their kids. We just want to make kids happy. We want kids to be able to smile. As you can see with the cars and the people that's here early, every little bit counts. Like I tell anybody, nothing's too little. If it's $1, if it's $2, if it's 100 toys, we would take it and get it to the kids that need it. And again, that's what we're here. Every little bit counts, every little bit helps, as you can see.
My name is Rod Martin. I'm the president of the foundation here in Sarasota Alumni Chapter Kappa Alpha Psi. The foundation is our charitable arms of the foundation, where we are able to give scholarships to the community through our fundraisers like our black and white ball, our golf tournament, and other various events that we do throughout the year. The toy celebration is our way of giving back to the community. Yeah, it's amazing. It was a vision of Brother Henry Blyden. He started this, and from this it has grown over 20 years into what it is now. And for us to be able to have 2 tents set up for distribution of these toys is amazing to us. It makes us feel really good. I mean, Brother Blyden's not here. He passed a month ago. And I know right now he is smiling down from heaven. Like, we are feeling like we are smiling today. I mean, it makes me feel really good that we are able to do this for the community. The community, I think right now is just a need. I mean, everybody has been going through a lot, and COVID has done a number on the community for the last 2 years. And right now, people just can't afford to do some of the things they normally would do at Christmas time. And for us to do this small little thing, and they know that we're giving this and we're going to put a smile on the kids' face, I think the community, they need it at this time. It's just something that the world needs at this time. And I want to thank Turner's Chapel for really coming out strong. This is Darlene Brown, and they came out strong this year in aiding us with volunteering to pass out these toys this year.
Oh my goodness, we just enjoy this event so much. We love this event. We've always done this event for Mr. Blyden. He was a member of our church, and we enjoy the kids and their smiles that we put on their faces, and that smile puts smiles on our faces. So it warms our hearts and gets us into the Christmas spirit.
Yes. The community, the support from the community could come through our fundraisers, which would allow us to buy even more toys for the kids. I mean, support us through the black and white ball, the golf tournament. And you can see all these different events on social media, through Facebook, through Instagram. If we're supported in that way, we can give even more to the community. All we want to do is just give to the community and make it a better community. We also have our Easter egg hunt that'll be coming up in April. That's another event that we give back to the community. And those kids, to see those little kids running around trying to find those eggs and trying to find that little special egg. There's some special eggs that we give that is monetary amounts. So they're trying to find those. But the community, with their support through all our various events throughout the year, it will allow us to even give more next year when it comes to the toy celebration.
Actually, we end up feeling more exhilarated and more vibrant and have energy to go on and complete our day with whatever personal things we have to do. But you think it would tire us out, and with this warm weather this year, we may be a little tired, but we really feel good. Yes, it's definitely worth it.
All I would like to say is Merry Christmas from Kappa Alpha Psi, the Sarasota Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi. We wish every family a wonderful, merry, happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and Happy New Year.
Are they done?
Well, we was over at the gas station and we seen the flyers, and I told my sister and her grandkids and my grandkids, and we feel this is a big help to us, and so we brought the children out today, and we just appreciate everything you've done for us.
It means a whole lot, really, from the community. We love the community give-backs, and it's great that they're giving back to the kids, that mothers don't have incomes, mothers and fathers lost jobs, and it's just lovely. We love it, and we thank you, and we're so grateful, because I did what I can, but we need extra help. Everybody needs a little extra help.
Merry Christmas!
My name is Janae Brown, and I'm a recent graduate from Barry University in Miami, getting a master's in biomedical sciences. And I am here today to help out Give Toys. It's a great cause for our community to celebrate the holidays. I actually got involved through my church, Turner Chapel AME Church, and we help donated toys, and so we're here to help give them out as well. This is actually my first year helping out. In the past years, I've actually been away at school, so it's been great. I've had a great time so far. My first, 2 hours we've been here?
My name is Jalen Brown. I'm from the Palmetto area, and I'm currently a senior at Howard University in Washington, D.C., getting my bachelor's in biology. I think it's a great event to give back to the community, especially during the holidays, such a time of giving back and sharing love.
My name is Jasmine Lott. I'm a 10th grader at the State College of Florida Collegiate School, and I am also from the Palmetto area. It makes me really grateful to see that the community is actually coming together and helping out families in need and making the holidays a little bit brighter.
Well, I feel like, especially since we've just we're not really out of COVID, but since we're kind of getting over the hurdle of COVID, it's been a lot harder for a lot of people to maintain their jobs and sources of income. So having this steady cause, especially around the holidays, is something that I know that our community can like lean on and look forward to every year. So that's really nice to have, and it almost becomes, you know, like Jasmine said, something that we can look forward to, and it also makes us as a community come closer together to make sure this is something that we're taking seriously and making sure everyone's having a great holiday, because that's important for everyone as well.
I think that this is just the beginning. I think that you can expand. We can do this in other counties. We can have more people donate to this one too, so we can help more cars. I know that towards the end we have to sell cars that we are out of toys. So I think we can really look at this as the blueprint that these other surrounding counties can lean on and look at us and be like, hey, we're helping our community and you can do the same. So I'm in charge of getting the 3 to 6 toys. So we pick out what toys we want, put them in the bag, move it down the line.
Same. I'm in charge of doing newborns to 3 for boys and girls. So we just pick out the toys and pass the bag along.
I work with Jalen on the 3 to 6 girls and boys, and we put them in the bag and pass it down the line.
Time is definitely of the essence, and giving back to your community is, at this point in time, the biggest and best thing to be doing right now. I understand things are a lot more than just community service hours. Sometimes it matters, you know, what comes from the heart. And for me, like, it feels good being out here and, you know, seeing all the faces and celebrating the holidays with so many families. So.
I would say to my fellow young people that I know it may be hard to get out and go help these people in the hot sun, but the feeling that you get from bringing back is really monumental, and it will definitely stick with you through the years ahead.
I think I would say that there's no place like home. Like, there's always this home to come back to, and it's the perfect place to donate your time, money, and efforts into.
My name is Arlette Librado, and I'm from Mexico, and my school is State College of Florida. So we're in this program. It's called Y Achievers, and with them we volunteer at places, and they brought us today to here. I think it's a very pleasant event. I think it's a really good event for the community and those who need it too. So I am organizing the toys. We're in groups that we give to the families the toys.
My name is Valeria, and I'm actually from here, from Sarasota, Florida, and I go to school at Booker Middle. The event is a really nice event because we're giving to children, or giving them toys and things like that. Well, it's actually very a nice thing that people do. It's also like, it makes other people feel good, and it might also make the people who donated it, it might also make them feel good too. Well, it is very important to like give back to the community itself, but it's like, it makes you feel good inside giving back to people and also like sometimes you get things from it too, like it comes back to you.
I think that in the community there's so much more, and I think the youth can be very helpful because, you know, elders, you know, they have some problems, but youth have that strength, and we need to help out the community. I think all these donations are such a blessing, and it makes me feel good that I'm being part of this blessing. It's so important to be united, and how humans need each other to survive, and Henry was an example of how helping each other is very helpful.
You know, it's been a joy. It's been a joyous 20 years, and I thoroughly enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed the support of the fraternity. I even enjoy the support of the civilian volunteers that we've had. And I need to say thank you to 13th Avenue, Andre and the crew, and our original volunteers, because we could do it, but we really can't do it without the support that we get from the community. And I course, I definitely want to say thank you to Charles Clapsaddle and the crew at METV and yourself for coming out and supporting us and letting the community know exactly who we are and what we're all about. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to all.